Hey guys, Crystal here with a new drawing video, and this is for Thanksgiving. So I decided to draw a turkey for Thanksgiving. Totally relatable, totally relevant. But yeah, I was asked by somebody actually in one of my other videos to ask if when I was gonna post a new video, and I was like, I don't know. So I was like, well, I should totally do one soon. And then poof, here's this video. So I came up with a turkey because, you know, Thanksgiving and all that. And I didn't know exactly how I wanted to incorporate the turkey into this video. I just knew that I wanted him there, and I wanted him goofy looking and doing something, not sure what. And actually one of my first preliminary sketches was had something more to do with like tigers, you know, eating the turkey or something like that, because, you know, I love tigers. They're so cute and fluffy and cuddly, trying to eat everything. But anyway, so yeah, one of my preliminary sketches was something like the tiger being the turkey and something like that. And I was like, oh, but what if, because I had a hard time with putting the turkey things on the tiger. I was like, so what if the turkey was the tiger? You know? Or, yeah. trying to think about it in my mind. So I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. And I came up with an outfit for him, and this is what came about, you know. It didn't actually take me many preliminary sketches. I think this was my first one for this specific turkey tiger thing. And he came out really well. It took me about 4 hours to complete this particular drawing, and I did it during a Twitch stream. So I had a couple people there, and I actually asked a couple people to name him. So his final name came out to be Oatmeal. So welcome everyone. I hope you enjoy Oatmeal. But yeah, so I had some couple of inspirations and some designs that I was looking at. I was like, oh, how does a turkey look? You know, I was looking at a real turkey. I looked at some other drawings of turkeys. I was looking at some drawings of tigers, you know. Funny enough, one of the things that I wasn't actually looking at was tiger suits. I was looking at, like, I don't know, how people drew tigers and different things in different ways, like anthropomorphic kind of ways. And when I saw him, when I finally like did the final design of him, I was like so happy and so pleased. It just was amazing. As you can see, like there are a couple of things that I did change within the final design and him. Like I made his stripes more stripy and sharp. I think I referred to it as looking more like blades than anything, versus like having them all over the place. I just wanted it to be super simple and everything like that. I was even thinking of putting them on his arms and legs and stuff like that, and I decided not to because I felt like it drew away from him and more towards the tiger. And I decided not to go with the regular tiger tail because, you know, the straight lines. Because I was like, oh, he needs to be goofy, you know? Because he was funny looking. Oh, I had such a fun time with him, though. I didn't know what I was going to do with the shading and everything. So I did start off shading him like I kind of normally do with other things. And then I was like, wait, no. I'm going to shade him like two-tone or three. Okay, one tone of solid, and then have like a shade, and then have a highlight. I actually didn't do that much to his face. I didn't highlight his face at all, but I loved, I guess, my technique for it, because what I actually did was I used an opacity type thing for when I put the color over on top. So when you look at it really closely, you can see some areas are brighter and some are darker, just in and of themselves, without actually, like, you know, going over it multiple times. So you get that kind of effect going on. I think you can see it better when I do the the turkey feathers in the background, because it's brown and it shows more. And also too, if you didn't know, I did the lines in blue. I don't know why, but for some reason when I have like blue lines versus like black, it helps me to see the picture better, to think about the picture better and stuff like that, because I think sometimes black lines are a little too harsh. But I mean, if you use them, that's fine too. Like here you see the kind of different layers that I used for the feathers, and you even see that it showed underneath on the tiger suit portion, because technically the colors aren't a solid color, they are soft and they have a certain opacity to them and everything. So that was a big deal, and I really liked how it came out, because I think in the end I showed a clip where I was like erasing part of the background. That way I could just have that color that you see now underneath him and then have a different color around him. I try to do a little bit of shading, but like not too much shading for him where it would draw away from him and his face and just his character. But I definitely loved every part of it. I loved just everything, and we were talking about everything, and oh my gosh, so many different things during the Twitch stream, which was a lot of fun. So if you guys want to like join in next time, definitely. It was so cool, and I interacted with everyone and talked to people about how to do certain things, or if they asked, which, you know, they didn't, that's okay. But it was super fun. Like, I was able to talk to people and draw at the same time. Like, I'm not really used to that. And again, like you can see here, when you look at the feathers, because of the brown, you can really see the blue outlines. And I was like, oh my gosh, so I need to change that. And I did, which is awesome and amazing, because I almost forgot how to do that, but I didn't at the same time. So yeah, I'm thinking about drawing some other characters. I'm not gonna name them just yet, because I want to keep you guys in suspense, because that's always fun, keeping people in suspense. And let's see, what did I really do that made the most difference? For some reason, I know that there's a lot of people that like pasting or using the paint bucket tool into their layers and stuff, and I'm a little weird, or I do things a little differently, because I don't just use the paint bucket tool. I actually go in and fill the colors in, like manually, like how you saw earlier, and then I erase around the lines, and then I just add another layer on top and connect the two. Therefore, when I edit them or whatever, or add new colors to it, it'll just add on top. The only downside to that would be either above or below the other layers. Like you saw earlier, is if you go underneath another layer, you can see that it's only partially there. It is, or does have a sort of opacity to it, so you will see it under other things. Another problem that may occur during that is sometimes when you're going over with a lighter or darker layer, you can't get the same color, because when you copy the color, it has that different opacity again, so you're actually using a different color, which is something that's kind of annoying if you don't know, if you don't have all the colors done at the same time that you want to be done. So that was okay, but you kind of get used to it depending on how you work and everything like that. I just work like this, I guess. I was gonna actually have text on him saying like gobble rar or something, but I decided not to. But yeah, there is another part in here where there was one time I I had not erased all that background and just changed the whole thing to the dark orange, and his eyes turned dark orange, dark brown. His eyes had changed to dark brown, and I was like, oh, that is so freaky. It was so scary. He looked so evil. I mean, not that he doesn't now, because he's totally an evil turkey tiger. But yeah, he's okay. He's not too bad. Had to pick the right color for the background, for the season, for everything. And he's super chill and cool. This was the last part where I kind of briefly showed, but I used different colors for the outline, for the line art and stuff. I think I used like a dark brown for the feathers, and then I used kind of like a reddish for his tiger part. And that's about it. Thanks guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all, and I'll see you all later. Bye!